and welcome, I am Xilop, and based on the title you should already know that this video is about what needs to be in Xenoverse 2 that isn't in Xenoverse 1. Well, a lot of things in Xenoverse 1 should have been in Xenoverse 1. So, therefore, let's get started. The first thing is the hub world is very dry and boring and there's really nothing to do in it besides actually going to the different locations. So therefore I see it as being pointless and it should just be a title screen. However, to fix this, have a bit more of an open world where you can maybe fly around and do that sort of thing. And from the trailer of Xenoverse 2, it does appear that you can do that, which is a good thing. Another thing that is definitely wrong with Xenoverse 1 is the lack of characters and character variants. For instance, Cell, there is no imperfect Cell or semi-perfect Cell, and Frieza only has a first and last form. They don't have the big scary intimidating Frieza, nor do they have the alien Frieza. There's also no Zarbon, Dodoria, Kui, the Supreme Kai, Kibito Kai, etc. That's not a playable character, which it really should be. Also, some of the Super Boos aren't playable, only the standard Super Boo is. Another thing is, the game should be harder, and not just harder in the way where it's we'll give this enemy some super armor and we'll also give him more health and we'll make him a really high level and therefore it's harder, because that's not really that fun. It's not much of a challenge. It just takes longer, or you're just not a high enough level to beat them. The way it should be done is good fight mechanics, and sure they do have combos, however to do combos all you have to do is push both of the mouse buttons at a time and you will do combos. So that really needs to be fixed. Another problem is the races that you can play. First of all, you cannot play as the Kai races, or you can't make androids, and what I mean is androids like Cell, because you can sort of just use human and say it's an android and it's pretty well the same thing. But the Cell androids aren't a thing. And you need more options for it, for what exists as well. Like you can't play the skinny boos, you can only play the fat boos. And you can't be a giant intimidating Frieza race. You can be kind of tall, but you're still not as tall as King Cold or something, which I would have really liked to play as. Okay, this one is the sort of thing that stops people from playing the game, and that's the price. The game is $50 and each DLC is $11 each, and there's 3 DLCs, and the DLCs aren't very big. They're quite small and don't add a lot to the game, which in my opinion is kind of piss poor, especially because it's not all that cheap for a DLC. It's $11, so therefore the game itself isn't that expensive. So I would like to see Xenoverse 2 being cheaper, but I don't think it will. So this is my thoughts on it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, it would help me out a lot. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.